Okay, I have this next question from a young person, very young. He said, my cousin lost his father. He now blames everyone, including God. He has now lost faith in, technically in everyone, and getting into depression at the moment. So I'm confused on how I can help him.
Yeah, actually, whenever there is any trauma, all our understanding, our intelligence, it is always, that becomes secondary. And it is a call of, please understand me, please understand my anger, please understand my sorrow. So that is the call of that person. So if that is not there, if that understanding is not there, you cannot help that person. So you have to first understand that person. Actually, I don't know whether I did a right thing or a wrong thing, but I would like to tell you this story. Maybe the viewers can tell me whether I was right or wrong. So there was this Dilip who was having fourth stage cancer, and his mother, she was in denial stage. She was not ready to accept that he's going to leave her in a few days, and she was always very hopeful. And whenever we went to meet her, I went for I think some 7 or 8 times to their home to meet them. And whenever we went, we spoke about God and His mercy and how devotion is the only way by which we can control God. And this point, because she was in the denial mode, she liked it very much. And she was thinking that by doing kirtans at her home and chanting and counseling to her son will become all right. And she was living with that hope. And one day she had to see her son leaving the body, and she was also very, very, she was nasty, she was angry, she became a complete total atheist. She was even blaming God, she was very offensive. And I got a call, and I went and met her, and I saw her that she was really uncontrollable. And all my team members also were there. And I don't know, but whether I did the right thing. I held her hand, and I also started, like her, I also started speaking in a louder voice. Like she was also yelling, and I also started yelling. Yes, how can Krishna do this? Such a cruel thing to do to a mother. What has she done wrong? And then everyone's jaws fell down. What is he speaking? And even this Mataji, when she looked at me, actually she was not crying earlier, but she started crying. She started so, profusely crying, and then I held her, but she stopped becoming offensive. And then on that day, everything happened. But then on the 12th day, there is last rites performed, Shraddha ceremony. So on that day also there were kirtans, and I also spoke. And then everyone had food. Then she took me by my hand and took me to one corner and said, "भगवान पे भरोसा करना कभी छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए." So at that time, when I was I was shouting on that day, in my mind I had winged Krishna, and I had spoken it. I knew I was not serious what I was speaking, but she had taken me seriously, and she was concerned about my spiritual life, which she opened up on the 12th day. So, but at that time, I thought that I should be with her and not prove to her that no, Krishna exists, God exists, and He is merciful and He is strong. If He is merciful and if He is strong, then why didn't He save my son? That would have been the question. So I just was being with her in her cries, in her sorrow, and she liked that, and she started crying because someone understood her. She stopped being offensive, at least. And then she was crying piteously on that day, but at least one part I could take care of. So if you are meeting such a person, first you should understand that person. What is the need of that person? What that person is going through? What that person has lost? And then only you can be with that person, because ultimately we can only be with that person. We cannot control the situation. We cannot offer anything to anyone. We can just be with that person. And if you have done that, you have done your part.